12 Murray State Telecommunications Systems Management students traveled to Belize this summer for a truly unique learning experience. The 12 students, accompanied by 2 professors, traveled to the Succotz village in the Cayo District to install a new network for an area high school. This opportunity was a first of its kind created by lecturer Marcia.
The service learning program to Belize was a complement to what they have learned in the classroom. We even, here in the lab, we will install network services and we will install routers and work with the network equipment, but this was able to give them on-the-job experience, to take what we've learned in the classroom, what we've learned in the lab, and actually implement it.
Along with the students' work at the Alvin L. Young Nazarene High School, they spent 11 days experiencing the Belizean culture, allowing them to take what they learned in the classroom and apply it in an experiential learning atmosphere.
As we all know, that when you're on the job and you're doing the implementation for real, there are challenges that you don't foresee, and so it gave the students an opportunity to look at those challenges and say, well, how are we going to work around them? What do we do now?
Before the trip, students were required to take an internship course offered on Murray State's campus. During the course, the students completed an information technology project, which they later used at the high school. Once the students arrived in Belize, they immediately began to put their proposal into action.
The main part was to create a brand new network for them and to enhance their infrastructure, because they didn't really have much at all when you walked in there. And we were able to kind of like Canvas, it's a thing called Moodle, except it's free, it's open source, and that was a way for them to manage all their content, be able to share documents online rather than use paper and that kind of thing. We were able to basically get a little bit faster network so they can do, I guess, a lot more. But other than that, just giving them more up-to-date equipment, keeping their technology up-to-date so they won't have to spend their own money doing that, and doing all the wiring for them so they wouldn't have to worry about that. So that's kind of what we did.
The students updated and added on to the existing network. In addition, they extended wireless internet from one room to the entire school.
Without the instructors, the education I had here, I wouldn't have been able to do any of this stuff. The networking aspect, technical aspects, I've learned all the foundations, the building blocks of all of that. I wouldn't have been able to do any of that without what I've learned here at Murray State. And being here for 3 years prior to that trip really helped, because that gave me pretty much everything, all the tools I needed to go in there and be successful.